Welcome to Zoe Stories. She posted my girl photos online. Now I have fans. I never thought a secret could feel like both a blessing and a curse. But here I am, living a life split between two identities. One version of me is Liam, quiet, reserved, and constantly looking over his shoulder. The other, she doesn't have a name. Not yet. But she's beautiful. She's confident. And she only comes out when I'm alone. It all started 6 months ago. I'm a 24-year-old IT technician in Chicago. I live in a modest apartment with my girlfriend, Ava, who's everything I'm not. Outgoing, stylish, effortlessly magnetic. She lights up every room she walks into. And me? I fix people's Wi-Fi and pretend I don't exist when someone compliments my sweater. Ava and I met during college. She was a fashion design major. I was the guy she asked to fix her printer. Somewhere between debugging her laptop and grabbing late-night coffees, we fell into something real. But even as our relationship grew stronger, one part of me stayed locked behind a door I swore I'd never open. I've been fascinated by femininity for as long as I can remember. The softness, the elegance, the way a simple outfit could transform someone's entire presence. It wasn't just about clothes, it was about escape. When I put on a dress, I wasn't hiding. I was finally breathing. But I never told Ava. I couldn't. What would she think? Would she laugh? Would she leave? So I kept it secret. Tucked away in a hidden box in the closet behind old cords and electronics, a short maroon dress, a blonde wig, a pair of kitten heels I ordered online at 2 a.m. under a fake name. I'd only dress up when she was gone visiting her mom in Indiana or out with her friends. It felt thrilling and terrifying at the same time. That night, when everything began, I was alone. Ava had gone out for the weekend with her best friend Mia. I watched her pack her bags, kiss me goodbye, and disappear down the hallway, completely unaware that the moment the door clicked shut, a different version of me would be stepping into the mirror. The apartment was quiet. Only the hum of my desktop fan filled the silence. I walked to the closet with trembling hands, heart pounding in my chest. This time I wanted to go all out. I slipped into the dress, silky, short, clinging to my form in a way that made my breath hitch. I brushed out the wig, adjusting it until I looked like someone I didn't recognize but somehow always knew. I applied a bit of Ava's makeup, foundation, a soft pink lip gloss, a winged liner that wasn't perfect but made my eyes pop. I looked in the mirror, and for a moment, I smiled. But I wasn't just smiling, I was glowing. I took a selfie. Then another. Then I stood in front of Ava's full-length mirror, posed with one hand on my hip, and snapped a few more. It was addictive, seeing myself like this, feeling the illusion become real. I didn't realize I'd left the camera roll open on the tablet we share. I didn't realize it would automatically sync to our cloud. And I definitely didn't realize Ava would see those photos when she opened her tablet on Sunday night. The next morning, she didn't say anything. Not a word. Her lips curled into a smile at breakfast. But her eyes, something was off. Like she was studying me, searching for something beneath the surface. I tried to act normal. Ate my cereal. Told her about my boring IT job. She just nodded, her fingers dancing over her phone as if distracted. I should have sensed it then, that something had shifted. But I didn't. Later that week, I noticed a strange email on my burner account, the one I use for online orders I don't want Ava to see. The subject line said, "You're beautiful. Keep posting." I froze. I hadn't posted anything. Had I? Panicking, I checked all my accounts. Nothing on Reddit. Nothing on Instagram. Nothing on the forums I sometimes browsed. Then I clicked the link in the email. It was a profile on a site called Femsnap, a social network for transformation and crossdressing content. And there I was, in my maroon dress, blonde wig, pink lips curled into a shy smile. My heart dropped. I felt sick. The photos were for my private tablet folder, the ones I'd taken last weekend. The profile was named Mysterious Miss 24. There were already over 300 likes, 45 comments. Most of them were flattering. Some were inappropriate. All of them made my skin crawl. I rushed into the living room.
Ava.
I said, trying to keep my voice steady. She looked up from her sketch pad, as calm as ever. Yeah, babe? I hesitated. My mouth opened, then closed. I didn't say anything, because in that moment,
I realized something.
she knew. She had seen the photos. She had posted them.
But why?
And the bigger question, what was I going to do now? I couldn't sleep that night. The screen burn from the FemSnap profile was still seared into my vision. The page was gone now, deleted in a rush of panic, but I couldn't unsee the likes. The comments. The DMs. People had seen her. The version of me I'd only ever shared with my reflection. And Ava had done this. She had posted them. But she hadn't confronted me. No accusations. No awkward questions. Just silence, followed by gentle smiles and an extra kiss on the cheek when I left for work that morning. Was she mocking me? Testing me? Or was she trying to tell me something? The question wrapped itself around my chest and squeezed tighter with every passing hour. At work, I stared at lines of code that blurred together. I was supposed to be fixing a client's back-end login system, but my mind was elsewhere. I kept seeing those photos. The wig brushing my shoulders. The slight smile. The glimmer of confidence I never had as Liam. What scared me more than the exposure was how alive I'd looked. That evening, I came home to something strange. Ava was in the living room, her sketchpad tossed aside on the couch. She was sipping tea and scrolling through her phone. Normal. Too normal. Hey, she said, barely looking up. I left something for you in the bedroom. I blinked. For me? She nodded, still smiling. Just open it when you get a minute. I hesitated, heart hammering as I walked to the bedroom. My palms were sweaty before I even touched the doorknob. When I pushed it open, I froze. Laid out neatly on the bed was a full outfit. A black off-shoulder top. A pleated plaid skirt. Thigh-high socks. A pair of ankle-strap heels. And on the vanity, Ava's vanity, sat a compact makeup kit, a new wig, a soft brunette bob, and a single sticky note. Since you deleted the account, I figured you might want to dress up in private again. I'm not mad. I'm just curious. XO, I stood there, stunned. She knew. And she wasn't angry. She was encouraging it. My first instinct was to run. Rip the clothes off the bed. Hide everything again.
Deny.
But another part of me, the part one had locked away for too long, was curious too. Underscore 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 underscore. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the outfit like it might come alive. This wasn't just an outfit anymore. It was an invitation. I took a shaky breath. My fingers trembled as I reached for the skirt. The fabric was soft, lighter than I expected. I slid it on. It fit perfectly. Too perfectly. She had chosen my size. The top followed, hugging my torso. Then the socks. Then the heels slightly higher than I was used to. The wig went on last, followed by careful dabs of makeup. A little foundation. Mascara. A soft gloss that smelled like vanilla. When I looked in the mirror, my breath caught. She was back. But this time, it wasn't a secret. This time, Ava knew, and she had helped create her. I crept back into the living room, nervous and shaking. I half expected Ava to laugh or roll her eyes. But she looked up from her phone, and her expression was unreadable. Her eyes scanned me slowly. Not like she was judging, but like she was absorbing, studying, appreciating. Wow, she said quietly. You look incredible. I wanted to melt into the floor. I didn't know if you'd be okay with this, I mumbled, unable to meet her eyes. Ava got up, walked over to me, and took my hands gently. I saw your photos last week, she said. And I was shocked, yeah, but not in a bad way. I had no idea this side of you existed. And the more I looked at those photos, the more I realized she looked happy. Happier than I've seen you in months. I swallowed hard. You posted them? She nodded, not even flinching. I was curious. I didn't use your name. I made sure no one could trace it back to you. I wanted to see if anyone else saw what I saw.
I didn't know what to say.
You can be mad, she added softly. But please don't lie to me anymore. That night, we sat together on the couch, me still dressed in the skirt and wig, and talked. Really talked. I told her everything. When I first tried on girls' clothes. How long I'd been hiding it. How scared I was that she'd leave me if she ever found out. Ava didn't judge. She just listened. I'm not going anywhere, she said. But you have to be honest with me. This isn't something you should carry alone. For the first time in years, I felt light.
Seen.
Accepted. But even in that warmth, something darker loomed. Because Ava still had the original photos. And she had access to the cloud. And a part of me wondered if she had really deleted the account. Or if she had plans. The next few days were strange. Not bad. Not hostile. But strange. Ava didn't bring it up again, at least not directly. She didn't pressure me or make snide comments. But every now and then, I'd notice a subtle gesture, a folded outfit left on my chair, a lipstick tube casually placed near my toothbrush, or a wig stand mysteriously appearing on my side of the vanity. She was quiet, but her silence was loud. And I didn't know if it was encouragement or control. Underscore 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 underscore. That Friday night, she called out from the kitchen. Hey babe, I'm heading to my sister's for the evening. Won't be back till late. I poked my head out of the office. Oh, everything okay? She grinned, slinging a tote bag over her shoulder. Just wine and girl talk. You'll have the place to yourself. Enjoy it. Her eyes lingered on me a moment longer than necessary. Then she winked. Try something fun. With that, she left. The door clicked shut. And I stood there in silence, heart pounding. Did she just give me permission? Half an hour passed before I finally walked to the bedroom. The mirror was there, waiting. So was the vanity. So was the folded outfit she had left on the chair, a sleek navy blue bodycon dress, sheer black tights, and a silver necklace. My fingers hovered above the fabric. This time, I didn't hesitate. The transformation felt smoother now, like muscle memory. My hands were steadier as I applied foundation, blending in careful circles. My lashes curled perfectly beneath mascara. I used a hint of blush, a deeper plum lipstick, and paired it all with a shorter brunette wig Ava had styled last week. The moment I zipped up the dress and stepped into the heels, something clicked inside me. She looked back at me from the mirror again.
Poised. Soft.
Confident. I didn't just see her now, I felt her. And I didn't want to let her go. I poured myself a glass of wine, trying to calm the swirl of nerves and thrill inside me. Every step in the heels was a quiet, satisfying click. I moved differently. Slower. More aware of myself. Not Liam, someone else. Someone beautiful. I curled up on the couch, scrolling through my phone. But the stillness of the apartment felt louder than usual. Too still. Too quiet. I set the glass down and froze. Was that a click? The hallway. My breath caught. I turned off the TV. Listened. Nothing. But the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Paranoia? Maybe. Or maybe I wasn't as alone as I thought. I tiptoed to the hallway, heart thudding. The door was still locked. The bolt still in place. I even checked the bedroom. Empty. Closet. Undisturbed. Everything was normal. But then, on my nightstand, I noticed something odd. My phone. The one I always kept in the living room. But it was here now, sitting face up. The camera app was open. I didn't remember bringing it in. And it had a notification. I picked it up. My throat went dry. Femsnap. @AvaSketch tagged you in a post. I tapped it. The post had already been deleted, but a few remnants were still there, a blurry thumbnail, a mirror photo of me, tonight's outfit, my body posed just slightly off-center. She had posted it again. My hands were shaking now. Had she come back while I was in the bathroom? Had she been here the whole time? I turned off the lights in the bedroom and sank onto the edge of the bed, heart hammering in my chest. What was this? A game? A test? Or something else? When Ava returned a couple hours later, I had already changed back. The dress was folded neatly. My makeup wiped off. I sat on the couch like nothing happened. She dropped her keys on the counter. Hey you. I nodded. Hey. She walked over and kissed my forehead. Have fun tonight? My chest tightened.
Yeah.
Just watch TV. She smiled like she knew the truth. Then her phone buzzed. She glanced at it and laughed under her breath. What? I asked. Nothing, she said too fast. But I saw it in her eyes. She knew. That night, I couldn't sleep. Again. I kept staring at my phone, wondering how long the post had been up. Who had seen it? Whether someone saved it. Whether I had followers now I didn't know about. I tossed and turned. I replayed Ava's smirk. Her casual tone.
She was up to something.
But for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. And what scared me most wasn't the photos. It was how I didn't want them to stop. The next morning, I woke up groggy and disoriented. I kept checking my phone like it held secrets. It buzzed once, just a group chat meme. Buzzed again, spam email. Nothing from Ava. No follow-up about last night. No apology. No explanation. She made breakfast like it was any other Sunday. Eggs, toast, and fruit.
Calm.
Composed. Not a trace of guilt. I watched her from across the table. Everything about her was so casual. Too casual. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. Hey, random question. She raised an eyebrow. Shoot. You wouldn't have taken any pictures of me the other night, right? Or posted anything. A beat passed. Then she smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes.
Why?
Worried about becoming a celebrity. My heart stopped. What? She sipped her coffee. Liam, come on. You looked amazing. I thought you might actually want to be seen. I stared at her, stunned. You did post that photo. She set her cup down with a soft clink. Technically, it was a private post. Only a few people saw it before I deleted it. And you looked hot. You really did. That's not the point. I stood up, voice shaking. You didn't even ask me. I didn't think I had to, she said simply. You're part of me, and I love all of you. Even the parts you're scared of. I didn't know if that was comforting or terrifying, because somewhere in her voice was ownership. Later that day, while she was in the shower, my curiosity got the better of me. I opened her laptop. I didn't want to snoop. I just needed clarity. I searched FemSnap. She'd made an account. Under a username I didn't recognize at Petal Prints. It was full of photos.
Not all of me, but a few. Cropped.
Filtered. Stylized. Some were just hands applying mascara. Others showed my feet in heels, legs in tights. Nothing fully exposing me, but definitely me. And the comments, OMG, who is this queen? So elegant lipstick. Would die for a full face reveal fire. My chest tightened. One comment stood out. I swear I've seen this person before. Is this who I think it is?
Eyes.
My blood ran cold. Someone recognized me. That night, I confronted Ava. You made a whole account. She didn't even pretend to be surprised. I did. People are commenting. They're guessing. Someone thinks they know me. She tilted her head. So, I have a job. A reputation. I trusted you. And you're telling me you didn't like it? She asked quietly. Didn't like how it felt to be adored? Admired? Finally seen? I had no answer. Because she was right. Part of me had loved it. The comments, the attention, the validation. They'd made me feel real. And that scared me more than anything. underscore 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 underscore. Over the next week, I avoided dressing. I kept the wigs tucked away, ignored the makeup. I even started leaving the house more, going to cafes, bookstores, trying to feel normal again. But it didn't work. Every mirror I passed felt like an invitation. Every moment alone felt like an ache. At night, I found myself opening Ava's FemSnap page again and again, scrolling, staring. My photos. The filtered glow. The fantasy. Was that really me? Did I want it to be? A few days later, Ava surprised me. I bought you something, she said, holding a black velvet box. I hesitated. What is it? She opened it with a soft click. Inside was a delicate gold choker. Slim, minimal, elegant. On the inside, engraved in tiny letters. Pretty when you're you. I couldn't breathe. You don't have to wear it, she said. But I hope you do. Then she kissed me softly and left the room. That night, I gave in. The makeup came first. Then the dress, deep burgundy, snug and sensual. Then the wig, longer this time, soft waves. Then the choker. I clasped it behind my neck, fingers trembling. When I looked in the mirror, something shifted. It wasn't just me dressing up anymore. It was me becoming. And I didn't know how to stop. Just as I finished taking a few selfies, nothing major, just to remember the look, I heard a buzz. My laptop, still open on the table, blinked. New message, unknown. I clicked it.
Hey.
This is weird, but are you the person from Petal Prince's page? Because if so, you're stunning. I slammed the laptop shut. My heart pounded in my ears. Someone really recognized me now. I didn't sleep that night. The message haunted me. Are you the person from Petal Prince's page? I kept replaying the moment over and over. How my heart had stopped, how the laptop's glow made me feel like I was on stage, exposed. I wanted to believe it was a mistake. A lucky guess. A prank. But deep down, I knew. Someone had seen through the lashes. The wig, the blur. Someone had recognized me. By morning, I was a wreck. I didn't even hear Ava come into the room. I was sitting on the floor in sweatpants, staring at the closed laptop like it might explode. You didn't reply to your fan, she said softly. I flinched. You read it? She smiled, unbothered. Of course. They're harmless. Just a compliment. I stood up, voice low and tense. This isn't a joke, Ava. They know. So what if they do? She said. You're not ashamed of who you are you? I couldn't answer. Because she kept doing that, blending manipulation with twisted encouragement. Turning my panic into some kind of supposed freedom. You want to be her, she whispered, brushing a hand along my jaw. You come alive when you wear that dress. You smile without thinking. You move like you were born to wear heels. Let them see you. Stop, I said, backing away. But she wasn't finished. You could have everything. Followers.
Fans.
A platform. People who get you. I shook my head. That's not me. Then why are you shaking? She asked, stepping closer. Why is your breathing shallow? Why are your eyes wide with excitement? She reached into her purse and held out a small card. Your appointment's at 2. I blinked. What appointment? She handed me a pink envelope with a name printed on the front. Veronique's Transformations, full glam session. I told them it's your first time. They specialize in discreet clients. You'll love it. You scheduled a makeover? I whispered.
No, she said.
You did.
You just didn't know it yet.
I didn't go. Of course I didn't. I sat on the edge of my bed and stared at the pink card until the clock hit 3 p.m. Then I tore it in half. I wasn't going to let Ava control me. I wasn't going to fall into her fantasy. Except around 4 p.m., I found myself Googling Veronique's. Just to look.
Just to see.
The before and after pictures. The testimonials. The soft, elegant style. Women know, people like me, glowing with confidence. I slammed the laptop shut again. But not before bookmarking the page. That night, I tried to dress again. Not for Ava. Not for anyone online. Just for myself. The dress felt different this time. It was like I'd crossed a line. Not out of curiosity, but comfort. I knew what shade of lipstick worked. I knew how to contour my cheekbones. I looked in the mirror. She was there. And she was real. I reached for my phone and snapped a photo. No filter, no pose. Just her.
Me.
I didn't plan to send it. I didn't even mean to open FemSnap. But my finger hovered over the send button. Until Ava burst into the room. "Oh my God," she gasped. I froze. "I didn't even know you were dressing tonight." "You look," she trailed off. "You should really post that." I shook my head.
No.
"Not again." "Okay," she said, her voice sweet. "Then let me." Before I could react, she grabbed the phone from my hand. "Ava, don't."
Click.
Too late. She hit share. Just like that, it was up. Caption. "She's finally showing her true face, kiss mark hashtag pedal prints." My heart dropped. I stormed out. No yelling. No slamming doors. Just pure fear. I walked the block 3 times. My face felt like it was on fire. I could barely breathe. When I finally came back, Ava was on the couch with her phone, scrolling, smiling. "It's already got over 100 likes," she said. I grabbed the phone and deleted the post. "Too late," she said calmly. "It's out there now. And people loved it." "You betrayed me," I said through clenched teeth. "No," she said, standing. "I freed you." There was something dangerous in her eyes now. "I made you visible," she whispered. "And they're waiting for more." Later that night, my phone buzzed again. Another unknown message. "You're gorgeous. Don't hide. We need more girls like you. Red heart." And another. "Will you go live soon?" And one more. "I know who you are. And I'm not the only one." My blood turned to ice. I couldn't go outside for 3 days. Every time my phone buzzed, I jumped. Every time I heard someone in the hallway, I panicked. I was sure anyone had seen me, recognized me.
Knew.
But the real fear wasn't the outside world. It was Ava. Because on the 4th morning, I found a box on the kitchen counter. Inside was a pink wig, matching heels, and a handwritten note. "Time to show them what a star really looks like.
Tonight.
7 p.m. You're going live." I almost dropped the note. Live?
No.
That was a line I wasn't ready to cross. A photo could vanish. A post could be deleted. But a live stream? That would be the point of no return. I barged into Ava's room. "What is this?" I demanded, holding the box up like it was a bomb. She didn't even look surprised. "It's your debut," she said softly. "I told you no. This isn't a game, Ava. I can't, my job, my friends, if anyone finds out." "Someone already has," she said, cutting me off. "Your boss followed pedal prints last night." The air left my lungs. "What?" She tapped her phone, opened the account, and showed me. Sure enough, @Chase for Marketing was following me. "I'm sorry," she said, but her tone was anything but. "He liked the mirror selfie. Twice." I staggered backward, dizzy. I had to sit down. "This is insane," I muttered. But then she knelt in front of me, gently placed a hand over mine. "Maybe he's not judging," she whispered. "Maybe he's curious. Maybe he likes her." I couldn't speak. "I know you're scared," she said, brushing her thumb over my knuckles. "But this, it's who you are now. And the world is already watching. The only question is, will you run away or let them adore you?" I looked down at the pink wig in the box, at the sparkling heels, at the thin, shimmery dress folded neatly beneath it. And I hated how much I wanted it. 6:48 p.m. I stared into the mirror. Ava had done my makeup this time. She was terrifyingly good at it. My skin glowed. My lashes fluttered like wings. The pink wig framed my face with soft curls. I looked feminine, delicate, undeniable. I felt Ava zip up the dress behind me. Her voice was like velvet. You look like a dream. I met my own eyes in the mirror. Was this me? Was I really about to show this face to the world? Ava handed me her phone. We'll go live from this one. Anonymous. No one will know it's you unless they already follow Petal Prince. I stared at the red button. My finger hovered. My heart thundered. And then, I pressed it. The screen lit up. Live, 1 viewer. Then 2. Then 5. Then 13. Comments started flowing. Whoa, flush face. She's stunning, OMG. Is this the new Petal Prince? Yes, queen.
Speak.
Say hi. I glanced nervously at Ava. She gave me a little nod. I leaned toward the screen. Hi. The chat exploded. She spoke, so soft, pleading face. I love your voice. Do a twirl, smiling face with heart eyes. I hesitated, then stood. Turned slowly. The dress shimmered in the light. The heels clicked against the wood. The pink wig bounced with every step. I felt powerful.
No scene.
And I hated how good that felt. But suddenly, a new comment popped up. Liam? Is that you? The screen blurred. The room spun. I grabbed the phone and ended the stream instantly. The silence was deafening. Ava blinked. What? I showed her the screen. Her lips parted. Oh no. I whispered. They know. They know. I tore the wig off. Tossed the heels across the room. I told you this would happen. You were amazing, she argued. People loved you. It's not about likes. I could lose everything. Or you could finally have something real, she shouted. A life that's yours. I froze. Her face softened. You don't have to hide anymore, she said gently. You don't have to pretend. You're beautiful. You're her. And she's not going away. I stood there trembling. Half in makeup. Half undone. A mirror to my left showed the wigless, terrified version of me. The phone screen to my right glowed with the paused live stream. A freeze frame of the girl I'd just been.
2 people.
1 body. And I had no idea which one was really me anymore. I didn't sleep. The stream was over, but the fallout had just begun. I lay awake in bed, makeup still smudged around my eyes, the dress crumpled in the laundry hamper, the pink wig tossed carelessly onto my desk. But the weight in my chest hadn't moved. That comment kept ringing in my head. Liam? Is that you? Who said it? Someone from work? A high school friend? A neighbor? My thoughts churned until my phone buzzed with a message. Unknown number. You looked beautiful tonight, but I think we should talk. Chase. I stared at the screen, ice spreading through my limbs.
Chase.
My boss.
No.
No, no, no. He knew. He knew. I sat up in a panic, heart pounding. Ava was still asleep in the other room, blissfully unaware. I couldn't tell her. I wouldn't. I messaged back. Who is this really? I think you already know. I'm not mad. Just curious. Meet me after work tomorrow.
Discreetly.
Discreetly? What the hell did that mean? The next day, work felt like a minefield. I kept my head down, but every time Chase walked by my cubicle, I tensed. He didn't say a word. Not a look. Not a smirk. Nothing to suggest he'd seen me in heels and lipstick just 12 hours earlier. And that made it worse. By 6:30 p.m., I was pacing in a parking garage, hoodie up, nerves fraying at every step. Then I heard footsteps. He appeared, casual in jeans and a dark jacket, holding 2 coffee cups. Decaf, he said, offering one. Figured you'd need something mild. I didn't take it. What do you want from me? I asked, my voice cracking. He studied me for a second. Then, calmly, I want to understand. Understand what? That girl, he said. The one I saw online. The one who looked scared but free. I froze. He continued. You don't have to tell me your story. Just tell me it was real. My throat tightened. I whispered. It was. For a long moment, we stood in silence. Then, he gently placed the coffee on the hood of a car and walked away. No threats. No blackmail. Just curiosity. But curiosity was dangerous, too. That night, I came home to Ava sitting on the couch, scrolling her phone. Liam, she said without looking up, do you know you have over 8,000 followers now? I froze in the doorway.
What?
Petal Prince is blowing up. People are sharing clips from the live stream. You're trending on 3 Crossdressing fan accounts. She finally looked at me, eyes glittering. You're famous. I sat down hard. Ava tilted her head. You okay? No, I said honestly. I told her everything. The message. The meeting with Chase. His reaction. She listened, nodding slowly. Then she smiled. That's a good thing, isn't it? No, Ava, I said, nearly breaking. It means I've lost control. This isn't some fantasy anymore. People know. And it's your fault. She flinched like I'd slapped her. I only wanted the world to see the way I do, she whispered. But I didn't ask for this, I snapped. You stole my image. My identity. You used me. Silence. Then she whispered, and yet you kept dressing up. My jaw clenched. You wanted it, she said. You still do. You just hate that now you can't hide. And the worst part? She was right. The next morning, I woke up to something even worse. A DM on Petal Prince account. At Lena Marsh. Hey, I recognize you. From college. You're Liam, right? I think we need to talk before I say anything. Lena Marsh. My college ex. The one I ghosted junior year, when things got too serious. I hadn't seen her in 5 years. I showed Ava. Her face paled. She could ruin everything, she whispered. Or expose everything, I said bitterly. Ava sat forward. We delete the account. Nuke everything. Go dark. I shook my head. I can't undo this. Even if I delete the photos, they're already out there.
Saved. Shared. Tagged.
It's over. Then what do you want to do? I hesitated. Then I looked at the mirror. At the wig still perched on the mannequin head. And said, if the world's already met her, maybe it's time I did too. That night, Ava dressed me up again. This time, I didn't resist. Not even when she added false lashes. Or pulled the zipper up tight on a new black velvet dress. Or sat me down for a long, careful talk on how to walk in the stilettos she'd picked out. You're meeting Lena, Ava said. You need to be confident. She still thinks I'm Liam, I murmured. She will, until she meets her. The transformation took nearly an hour. And when I looked in the mirror, I didn't see fear. I saw her.
Poised.
Elegant. Ready. Lena waited in a quiet bar 2 blocks from my apartment. She didn't recognize me at first. But the moment I sat across from her, her eyes widened. Liam? I smiled gently. Not tonight. Her mouth opened, then closed. She leaned back, clearly processing. I thought it was a prank.
But it's really you.
It is, I said softly. After a long pause, she asked, why? I took a breath. Because this is the only time I've ever felt like me. She nodded slowly. You're beautiful, she said finally. Tears pricked my eyes. Thank you.
She leaned in.
You know people are talking, right? Your video's been shared on Discord groups, TikToks, even Reddit. They're calling you the shy angel. I laughed nervously. Then she added more seriously, some people are trying to find your real identity. The laughter stopped. They're guessing. A few names are close. A cold pit settled in my stomach. Lena, I whispered. Please don't tell them. I won't, she said. But this isn't going away. I know. She looked at me for a long moment. Then, with a small smile. So, what are you going to do, Petal Prince? The city lights blurred outside my apartment window, but inside, everything felt like it was closing in. After meeting Lena, after Ava's push, after Chase's quiet curiosity, nothing was the same.
My phone buzzed again. Ava.
Ava. We need to talk.
Now.
I hesitated. Heart racing, I tapped back. Okay. Coming home. When I walked in, Ava was waiting in the living room, arms crossed, face serious. This isn't just some harmless fun anymore, she said. I nodded slowly. I know. She paced, then stopped. You're losing control, Liam.
Or,
Ava. I swallowed hard. What do you mean? She hesitated, then pulled a slim envelope from her purse. I found this slipped under my door today. I took it, hands shaking. Inside, a glossy photo.
me.
Not petal prints, not Ava. Just me. No makeup, no dress. Just Liam. Below it, scrawled in red. I know your secret. My breath caught. Who is it? I asked, voice barely a whisper. Ava shook her head. No idea. But whoever it is, they're watching. I looked at her. She looked back, eyes hard. We can fight back, she said. Or we can run. I clenched my fists. Run isn't an option. Suddenly, my phone rang. Caller ID, unknown. I glanced at Ava. She nodded. Answer it. I swallowed and slid the green button. A distorted voice whispered. Stop pretending, Liam. Or everyone finds out. The call ended. The line went dead. A silence fell. Then Ava said quietly, maybe it's time to decide who you really are. I looked at the mirror in the hallway. My reflection stared back, half Liam, half Ava. A war inside me raged. Then my phone buzzed again. This time, a video message. I opened it. It showed someone filming me leaving work yesterday. Only I wasn't alone. I was dressed as Ava. The video ended with the caption, ready to come clean? The room felt colder. My secret, my escape, was no longer mine. The world was watching. And soon everyone would know. I looked at Ava, eyes burning. What now? She smiled, a mix of challenge and comfort. We fight. What would you do if your secret was about to be exposed? Would you run? Fight? Or finally show the world who you really are? Comment below your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe for part 2.